This is a code red. The charts are screaming at us, but unfortunately, most people are not paying attention. And now Bitcoin is trading above $30,000, a very, very massive pivotal level. And in addition to that, we have just confirmed another massive bullish signal that I believe is going to result in much more upside for Bitcoin. However, right now we are consolidating in what appears to be a bull flag pattern, but there are some warning signs on the lower time frame. So we're going to be diving into the charts today, talking about exactly what we can expect for the rest of the week and the coming months. So make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, because we are bringing you the juiciest and the most timely Bitcoin updates here on YouTube. And so first of all, guys, Bitcoin pumped, and here's what's going on the weekly chart. Right now, we are trading above this very pivotal level, this 29.3-ish to $30,000 level. It's the value area low of this old range from the top of the old bull run, and it's this only weekly zone of resistance that we have until we see much higher Bitcoin prices. And right now, a weekly candle close is pivotal. If we can close a weekly candle above this level, I believe it's much more probable than not that we will see much more higher upside. And of course, if you're a follower of this channel, you know that we are printing multiple macro bottom signals on the very high time frames. I'm talking the monthly, I'm talking the weekly. I believe that the bottom is in. So a weekly close above this blue line right here is very, very key. Now, in a local range, okay, let's talk about what's happening on a lower term time frame, because in order to determine what is going to happen in the future, we need to zoom in and see what is happening locally. And we can see here that Bitcoin is trading somewhat of a sideways range right here. But if we take a look at this sideways range, we can see that it's actually forming somewhat of a bull flag. And the target of this bull flag is another very, very key level right under $33,000. So what has happened within this bull flag so far is basically we did get a fake out head and shoulders, right? We had our left shoulder, we had our head, and we had our right shoulder. And down here, we saw a lot of retail traders getting very, very bearish, actually shorting right into that low. In fact, we saw bullish CVD divergence as we came down here. As the price was making higher lows right here, we could see retail traders trying to short the breakdown of this head and shoulders pattern. But we saw whales actually absorbing these shorts, pushing the price now to the upside. Okay, so this is just simply right now a sideways range with the potential of a bull flag breakout with a target just under $33,000. Now, in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, there were 4 levels that I gave specifically to take trades from. You can see I was looking for longs from all of these levels right up here. If we get lower time frame divergences at these areas, it's worth the scalp trade, in my opinion. Every single one of these levels given in the Casper Crew VIP Discord were hit for a trade, right? We came up to the golden pocket for a short. We came up to the CDW for another short. We came down to the weekly for a long. We came down to this green box for a long. That is how I was actually able to literally get into a trade from the exact bottom of this range and also take a short from the exact top of the range as well, which is what we like to do in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. When we are forming these types of patterns, the most advantageous thing a trader can do is actually get into a long from the bottom and a short from the top, so that we don't have to play the gamble game if this thing's going to break out or break down, but we can be well positioned basically no matter what happens. So as you can see, we are respecting the resistance, we are respecting the support. So what is most probable to happen here? By the way, if you want to join the Casper Crew VIP Discord, where we do 3 live streams every single day, walking through the live price action, looking for those trades. We post our levels and our trade setups every single day. It's a great community for learning. You can go to jasoncaspertrading.com. Go ahead and click the link to join the VIP community. Okay, so what is most probable to happen here? Well, this, objectively speaking, is a bullish pattern, and our target is just about under $33,000. But when we start to look at some of these medium and lower term timeframes, such as the daily, we see some warning signs here. Okay, now first of all, this is a key area of resistance, and if we're going to get a pullback, it's going to be around this general area right here. Okay, now when we take a look at the 2 indicators I have up here, I've got market Cipher B and I've got the volume indicator right here. Okay, So this volume indicator is showing us how much volume is coming in as the price continues to rise. And we can see that the volume is decreasing as the price continues to increase, which is showing us that there's not as much money actually flowing in to sustain higher prices. And eventually we're going to run out of steam and get a pullback. In addition, when we see market Cipher B, we can see we're printing bearish divergences across this whole way. And in addition, the money flow continues to make lower highs. So what this is telling me is we need to be prepared for a pullback, at least locally. Now, how am I interpreting these bearish signs? It's very important to understand that when we are in a very bullish market scenario, which I believe we are in, I believe the bottom is in, I believe the weekly and the monthly timeframes are very bullish. So therefore, when we are looking at these bearish divergences, I believe that they will result in pullbacks similar to the pullback that we saw right here when we printed a bearish divergence, but they will provide us opportunities to buy the dip. Okay, that is how I am looking at this. I'm not expecting a massive drop here, but I am expecting, if we're going to get a pullback, opportunities to go ahead and buy the dip. So let's talk about some potential trade setups that we can be looking for during the rest of this week. Now, first of all, it's very possible that this bull flag does in fact break to the upside, right? That is very possible. And when we take a look at the daily time frame, we can see that if this bull flag does break to the upside, we're actually coming into this old range that we have basically traded in March of 2022. Right? And the way things work is if the price actually comes back up into an old range, we can actually use these levels to take trades. What that means is right now we're in the middle of this old range. If the bull flag breaks out, we can be looking for a short trade from the top of that old range if we continue to see bearish divergences, right? If we come up to these highs, something like this, we can actually look for a short trade from up here. And by the way, if you want to take these trades on ByBit with 0% limit fees, click the link in the description of the video, because not only do you get 0% limit fees, but if you deposit $100, you get 1 month free of our tool, the Crypto Fusion Trading Bot, which will actually trade for you. It's a really great tool. You can check that out on the website as well for more information. You can also book a one-on-one session with a pro trader, or take our courses, which will actually teach you how to do this in a systematic way so that you can catch the juiciest entries like this. Now, I don't usually brag, guys, but this was a juicy entry right here. I can't believe I caught that. Wow, amazing. So this would actually be a potential short setup to look to take from just under $33,000, where we could actually look for now a retest of these highs at that $29,000 to $30,000 before another move to the upside. So that is one scenario for a potential trade, right? We have to be aware that although this is bullish, we're seeing these bearish divergences start to print, which means if we come up to key areas of resistance, well, that means we can be looking for a short. Another potential here is the bull flag simply does get a breakout, right? And we're trading this as a sideways range, which means if we come back down to the low of the sideways range, we can be looking for longs down here and then actually hold these longs to the breakout of the bull flag. That's actually what I'm currently hoping for with this long. You can see I have not taken much profit from it because there's the potential that we break to the upside here. Now, if we do get a breakdown and this bull flag fakes everybody out, then we really need to be paying attention to some of these local levels right here, okay? Let's understand the context. The context is that we were in this old range, okay? We broke out from the range and now we're forming a mini range bull flag type thing. If we get a Bart Simpson pattern here, what levels do we need to be aware of if we're in buy the dip mode? Now, there's a few zones I will be looking at. First of all, it's very, very simple. When we're looking for support and resistance on a chart, what are we looking for? We're looking for places where price historically has found a sticking point, okay? So when we're looking at this chart, we can see, okay, in the past, the price has found clear resistance right here. It's found a sticking point right here. It's also a Fibonacci golden pocket and a Fibonacci 382 right around that $29,000 level. What that means is if we start to Bart Simpson, this is the first place we should be looking for support. This is the first place we should be looking for bullish signs to get into a long. If we don't see any bullish divergences here, then we wait until we come down to our lower zones. And what we're doing is we're simply just looking at where did price used to have resistance, and now we're going to be looking at that old resistance as support. So we've got the 28.6 level, then a very juicy level at $28,000. $28,000, in my opinion, would be a very bullish place to get a bounce. It would be a very healthy pullback coming back from our current place right now, about 7-8%. Shake out a lot of people who are looking to long the bull flag, fulfill the Bart Simpson, basically give back everything that we gave on this pump, cool off a little bit, and then we can get into a juicy long from a golden pocket plus high volume node confluence. Okay, so these are some trade ideas that I am currently looking at as we continue within the next few days and potentially even next few weeks. And if we do get along from 28K, I would actually be looking to come up to that $30,000 level, which is a beautiful 15% trade setup right there. So these are some of the things I'm looking at, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. That is it for today's video. May God bless everybody in the name of Jesus, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you are super blessed. And I will see everybody in the next video. Peace, y'all.